I want us to also get in the know about something that's causing quite a wave globally and also in the country. I'm talking about esports, and I just want us to first listen in to two gentlemen who play the sport before I introduce my guest who is with me in studio. Two gentlemen who will just set the stage for this conversation about esports. What is esports? How is it happening in this country? So just listen in. It's two gentlemen talking about this sport, esports, that has caused quite a buzz. Just recently, someone won 300 million shillings, and you know what? He's only 16, 17. That's how big this is. Let's listen in.
Gaming is now the biggest, one of the biggest earning industries in the world, not only in the country, but in the world. If you look at music and movies combined, the revenue from gaming is just like 5 times more. So if Safaricom have noticed this, Blaze has, and we as Kenya embrace it, I think we are going the right way. And for me to be one of the pioneers and you guys, it's an honor. And I'm humbled to be here in front of you today.
You go to any city center, from Nairobi, Kisumu, Bungoma, Mombasa, gaming dens are everywhere. And to an extent, that's how culture has shifted. And in that 20 years, we started something called Nikon. Nikon is Nairobi Comic Convention. If anyone knows what a Comic-Con is, basically it's a platform to enable the digital creative industry in Africa to showcase their skills and their talents and their passions in what they do. And so we started Nikon for that. Anyone in gaming, anyone in animation, anyone in comic books, and now communities that revolve around it, guys who do cosplay, guys who are YouTubers, guys who like streaming, and then now the gaming with the game development, and the esports side. And it's been an industry that we want to grow. Like any other industry, we can mention anything, especially in that's spectator-driven, whether it be sports, traditional sports, whether you're a footballer, whether you're a musician, in the music industry, whether you're an artist, where there's an audience. It's an industry we can build not just for the gamers themselves, because a lot of people will see gaming and they think what gaming is. It's just for the gamers. It's something we can build beyond just the gamers.
Beyond just the gamers, and that is why esports gets us off on this Top Sport edition this afternoon. And I am joined by Brian Barasa, who's business development manager at Pro Series Gaming, correct?
That's
yes.
correct.
But let's just say you're a gamer.
I am a gamer. I've been a gamer since I was a kid, and I'll still be a gamer until the day I die.
Okay, what's esports? Let's start there first of all. Esports
basically is an abbreviation of electronic sports. So this basically is competitive video gaming. So just like you have traditional sports, we have guys who've grown up playing video games, and the passion has brought it to a place where now you can compete and actually earn money from playing video games. So that's generally what esports is. So when you say guys have grown up doing this and you grew up doing this, you're talking about those games like, okay, in my side of the world, we played the Nintendos, and then we moved on, I think, to Mortal Kombat. I think we got to Tekken. There's FIFA, like a lot of years back. But now it's gotten to a place where it's actually a lucrative thing to do. But let's go slowly. What broke through eSport into being this big thing? Because normally back in the day, it was just something like the boys would hang out, do, and just battle with each other. What took it to the next level? I think for what in my view and what has been the reality of esports breaking out and being a huge thing is the prize money that is involved in it. Because like you said, we've grown up playing video games, and back in the hood you'd put say 10 shillings, 20 shillings, winner takes it all. So the evolution of this model of paying for playing taken up by corporates and other big entities and saying, okay, fine, we'll put in a huge prize pool for guys to come and play and then take away all the money. So that has really helped to drive that uptake and blowing up of esports globally. When you say a pool, you guys did a tournament, I think, last year. A million bob was up for grabs, correct? That's correct. These are guys who are in their teens. Like, we'll talk about Fortnite because this is just blew it up, took it all the way mainstream now. But the guys who sign off to play, first of all, they're very young guys. So how are you getting the parents to just let them play? How is this working for actually the parents? Because these are guys who are probably still living in their parents' houses. How are they getting to play? Who are they playing with? Are they playing it on the internet? Are they playing it just with the boys as we used to do back in the day? How is it going? So guys have been playing, whether by their parent supervision or not, guys have always been playing. You'll see there's the mushrooming of esports and gaming parlors.
Yes.
So people have been playing sports and playing esports, and they've been doing this a lot of the time. So what we just said is, let's take what they're already doing, harness it, and give them an opportunity to earn a living from it. Okay. So when you're having that conversation with parents, and we do have those conversations, we're telling them it's not just for fun anymore. They can actually have a career out of it, whether as the gamers themselves or within the rest of the industry. Because when you're looking at esports, just like any sports, there's a bit of spectators. There's a whole production that goes around it. So you're telling the parents, these guys can be award-winning gamers, but they can also enjoy the industry in terms of getting placement in the different facets that create the spectator sport.
Now, let's talk about Queen Arrow, because her story is like an outlier. Like, that's probably where we're all going to be seeing this sport going to. Tell me about Queen Arrow. She's signed up for people who actually get sports. They know, like, signed up. That's what Lukaku has been signed up by Inter. Smallins went to Roma. So Queen Arrow is a lady gamer. Something different, because it's gaming is mainly a guy's thing. So this is a lady gamer who's been signed up to who and how.
So Queen Arrow is a Taken player, Taken the game. She's been playing for a while now. She is signed on to an American esports company called Exit Wounds. So officially her gamer tag goes as Exit Queen Arrow. It's actually a huge validation on esports in Kenya for an American team to actually see the talent that is here and actually. So we're expecting to see a lot of that happening also. And what that has also done, it's made a lot of Kenyan gamers to actually form teams. Okay. And that's how we see this sport evolving and growing to something that will be big. So we also hope to see that different sports, different teams will actually look to Kenya and see who they can sign from the different gamers who exist here.
You said guys have formed teams. Just tell me, how does that work? Like, okay, first, I remember when I was gaming many years ago, I just game with my boys. Now, if you want to game, I'm told you can even game with someone who's abroad, because the internet has opened this up. So when you say they formed teams, just tell me about the teams which are there. I've been told about Watchmen. I was quite surprised by the name, but hey, what are the teams?
So there's a number of teams that exist for different sports. Of course, there's Call of Duty, there's FIFA, and there's also Mortal Kombat. So
what's the most popular sport?
The most popular in Kenya, of course, is FIFA. By virtue that we love football as Africa, actually. So the most common is FIFA. So in terms of FIFA, we're looking at teams like Masters of Mayhem, who are a formidable FIFA team and sporting team. Basically, they play a lot of sports. We have for MK, one of the most notable esports teams is Rampage. We're also looking at Watchmen, like you mentioned. Those are Call of Duty players. So we have a lot of these teams that are formed. So basically, like you said, we've been playing together for a while as boys. There's an opportunity to join a tournament, and like, fine, let's form a team. Let's enter into the tournament and compete as a team. And so that what happens is that the dynamics start shifting. So they're starting to run these teams as professional entities. And now they can leverage, whether it's partners, sponsors, or even just appearances, money from that.
Appearances, that means you just show up and you're good enough to be paid for showing up.
Exactly. So that's where we're heading to. It's still.
What's the industry worth currently?
In Kenya, we're looking at about, by market statistics, we are at 26 million USD. That's about 2.6 billion.
2.6 billion for gaming.
For gaming. And now we're looking at the whole industry in terms of esports. You're looking at purchase of consoles and games and everything else that just encompasses what gaming is in Kenya. So that's what it is at the moment. Okay,
now let's bring in someone who's in Shamahoho, all the way in Western. They want to be a gamer.
So you'll find that what is happening is in the different parts of the country, there are gaming dens that have been opened up. So I have like 4 consoles. I open up a biashara. I put the 4 consoles there, and guys come and play. So what is happening actually currently with the support of Blaze? You just saw that earlier. Blaze are running tournaments across the country. So this is a good place for the different gamers to just come and engage and play. And hopefully, when the bigger tournaments which happen around the country are taking place, they are able to sign up and play to
so
win.
As Pro Series Gaming now, that's PSG, do you guys have like a website someone can go and see, okay, now if I want to be part of this big guys, can I come in? How do I come in?
So yeah, we do have a website. That's www.psg.co.ke. We're also available on social, Facebook Pro Series Gaming, Instagram @Pro Series Gaming, and on Twitter @Pro Series Game.
So Pro Series Gaming everywhere?
Pro Series Gaming everywhere apart from Twitter, that's Pro Series Game.
Pro Series game.
Yeah.
Cool. So if someone wants to just find out what's up, they can go check out you guys on
That's
social.
where you can find
Now let's
us.
wrap this up quickly. Two things. One, you've talked about corporate support. Which corporates have come on board to help you guys, and how has that changed the industry?
So personally, as Pro Series Gaming and as Nikon, we have guys like Liquid Telecom who have really come on board to support us heavily in terms of connectivity. Internet is a huge part of gaming. Other corporates are like Safaricom and Red Bull, who have been very great partners to us, and they're helping us drive that.
No, Red Bull is because you need all the energy.
You need the energy. Gamers are high on energy, and they need that energy. Yeah.
And lastly, the addiction side of it, because it's very easy to talk about gaming as this great thing, but also there's a part where you spend so much time doing it, because it gets to be very addictive. Maybe is the wrong one, but you love doing it so much, so you'll spend hours on end doing it, and that could affect your schooling and all. So when you guys are doing it, how do you balance this out, where you tell the youngins you can play, but also remember you have another life to live away from gaming?
Yeah, so we always advocate for responsible gaming, because like any industry, there are set standards that govern the sport. Just like traditional sport, there's a time to train, there's a time to rest, there's a time to eat and everything. So just like traditional sports, for esports we do the same. We advocate for that. We also talk to the parents and tell them, please monitor your children as they play, make sure they're also studying, and we also just try and tell that to them, like, be very professional about it.
Now, which one do you play? Because you said you're a gamer from back in hello, you are working in the gaming scene.
Yeah.
Which one do you play?
So generally I'm a PC gamer. When I'm playing PC games, I go for Need for Speed. I'm a racing guy. But if I'm playing
does that explain the jacket situation?
It does. If I'm doing console, then it will be Mortal Kombat. That's
Mortal
my favorite
Kombat.
game.
And that Mortal Kombat is actually something I'd like to touch on, because you talked about addiction.
Yeah.
Graphic nature of it. Because I did play Mortal Kombat, MK, and there was Sub-Zero, there was Finish Him.
Yeah.
But now I'm told like the Finish Him for back then and the Finish Him for now is on a whole different level. So like the graphic nature of it, how do you moderate that? And even just as a person, we've had in the States where we've had guys, the president say guys are playing video games, and that's why we're seeing a lot of So you guys as the gamers, does gaming make you violent? For lack of a better way to put it, but yeah, like does it bring out the I want to fight, or is it you do it and then you're done, and now you come to the real world?
I think gaming is releasing some sort of pent up energy. It doesn't really translate into what you're doing in real life, because some of the best people, the most kind-hearted people I know are gamers. And just to answer what you'd asked before, in terms of the graphic nature of the games, all the games are rated, they're age rated. So if you're doing a tournament for, say, Mortal Kombat, which is 18 plus, we do not allow any guys who are younger than 18 to participate in that. And I think it's a misconception that says games are making people violent, but I think for the States, it's been said that it's not the games that are making people violent, it's just the gun laws. So it's not really the games, it's the nature and the environment that people are in. Yeah.
Now lastly, you're a business development manager, which means you have an elevator speech. So give it to guys watching. Just tell them, one, to guys who want to get into gaming, why should they game? And two, to corporates or to even the government, why should they come in? So start with the guys who want to get into gaming, why should they? 30 seconds.
So I think growing up, we've been gamers, and we've always wanted to be paid for what we do as a hobby. They say make your hobby your profession. So we've grown up wanting to play video games and get paid for it. So this is the opportunity. The time is ripe. Opportunities are now there, and PSG is here to help with that. So just make the passion for gaming a profession. That's what we do.
So that elevator speech captures both gamers and corporates, right?
Does.
There, eh? That's why you're a business developer. Now next time we're gonna bring you on, we're actually gonna make sure we have consoles and the screens so for you guys to come and play. We talked about guys are out in Mombasa for the Blaze Gaming. So hopefully we'll try catch up with you guys in one of the tournaments and just see all about gaming. I know we haven't talked about the cosplay. Do you cosplay?
As myself.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And that's Brian, and he says he cosplays as himself, but basically cosplay is a costume play. You heard in one of those bites about someone talking about Nikon, that's a Nairobi Costume Convention. We will try get that conversation right here on Top Sport, but for now we need to pay some bills. When we come back, I'll be talking all about football, and football is one of the biggest sports in the world. Also, even in eSports, FIFA is the biggest thing going on in that part of sport. But for now, Top Sport takes a break.